Tip Top's March 2022 Learning Nugget, The 900-Year-Old Nun. Since 1987, the U.S. government has recognized March as Women's History Month. In the decade since, ever more countries have made Women's History Month a part of their societies. In Germany, Berlin has observed International Women's Day, March 8th, as an official holiday since 2019. During this time of celebrating women's accomplishments, we wanted to tell you about an important and famous woman who spent most of her life in the same region where Tip Top's office is today. In this learning nugget, get to know Hildegard von Bingen, a composer, healer, writer, and mystic whose works and legacy have interested people for over 900 years. Hildegard's early life. Hildegard was born to a wealthy family in 1098, and she was dedicated to the church when she was very young. At just the age of 8, she moved permanently to Dizzy-Boldenberg Monastery and lived under the care of Jutta von Sponheim. There, Hildegard learned reading, writing, music, healing, and more. When Jutta died in 1136, Hildegard was chosen as the new leader of Dizzy-Boldenberg's nuns. By that time, she was in her late 30s. Visions, writing, music, and fame. Soon after taking on her leadership role, Hildegard made it public knowledge that she had been having visions since she was a young child that she believed were messages from God. The church decided that she was right. With the help of a monk, Hildegard produced books based on her visions that are some of the few extensive religious texts from a woman's perspective from that time period. Along with recording her visions, Hildegard wrote music, poetry, medical texts, and many letters to powerful people. She is the first known female composer in the Western world, and her observations and research related to healing and natural remedies were advanced for their time. Hildegard's notoriety helped her win a fight with Dizzy-Boldenberg's abbot about whether she and her nuns could live by themselves about 30 kilometers away in Rupertsberg, near Bingen, a rare win for a woman against a man of power in the Middle Ages. They moved in the 1140s, and Hildegard died there in 1179 at the age of 81. Hildegard from modern perspectives. Hildegard was famous during her lifetime and remains so to this day, but there's a lot of debate surrounding her legacy. These are a few of the most contentious topics. The voice of God, or just migraines? Many scholars believe that Hildegard's descriptions of the onset of her visions match up with the symptoms of people who suffer from recurring, intense migraine headaches. Suspect medical advice. Enthusiasts of New Age healing and health often use Hildegard's nearly century-old writings to validate beliefs that have been debunked by modern medical science. Was Hildegard a feminist? In the 20th and 21st century, some scholars have debated whether Hildegard should be considered an early feminist. She clearly did not stay in the boxes the Middle Ages usually forced around women, and she was willing to stand up to powerful men. However, she also often wrote that her status as a woman made her less than a man, though some believe this was just a tactic to make men more willing to read her works. Find your own Hildegard. The Dizzy-Boldenberg Monastery ruins and the chapel in Rupertsberg that Hildegard founded are short drives away from Tip Top's office, as is the Museum am Strom in Bingen that has a permanent exhibit on Hildegard. You could pair up a trip to those sites with attending our upcoming seminar on March 28th through 29th, Meet the World. Seminar participants will learn to more successfully participate in and lead meetings with international attendees, all through Tip Top's signature fun, interactive methods. Learn more on Tip Top's website.